Hi, my name is Aleida Ramirez, and I am your host for today for our Coffee and a Message.
My name is Nayness, and I'm your co-host for Coffee and a Message, and welcome.
Welcome. Today we will be talking about a relatable topic. We're talking about self-esteem. As it says in the Merriam Dictionary, self-esteem is having the qualities and the skills to do something perfectly or to have the knowledge of what you're doing. So this would be an awesome topic because we can all relate to it. Sometimes we do things and we feel like because we haven't gotten the experience, we haven't gotten the knowledge of doing what we're doing, that we are not good enough, and that's when our self-esteem can be low, and we have low self-esteem on that issue. And sometimes when we compare ourselves to other people and not really focus on getting to where we need to get to, that also can lower our self-esteem. So we're going to talk about different keys and different things to bring and higher our self-esteem and bring our self-esteem up and not have our self-esteem down, as we are sharing with you Coffee and a Message.
Coffee.
Not down.
Yeah. Awesome. It's a great topic because in today's world, what do we got? Instagram, Facebook.
Yes.
Then you have all this editing software that people use to enhance themselves, to make themselves appear a little bit grander, which is okay, but you can't look at that and be scrolling through and then look at yourself and be like, well, I don't look like that. I don't look like this. I don't look like that. Let me go get, and I'm not hating on anybody who has any enhancements. Just know that if your inner person, isn't where it needs to be, if you don't feel confident about yourself, no amount of booty or boobs or anything is going to make you feel better. Because let's look at some of the people, some of these celebrities that do all this work, they still get cheated on, which is sad, right? Especially for females. Like, we do all this work to look as beautiful as we can, but let's not forget about the inner work that we have to do for ourselves.
Definitely.
Right? How do you feel about that?
I think that if we are so strong and we build like brick in the inside, it is hard to tear a house down. So when a foundation is like very strong and very, it's founded in the good purpose of God and how God always makes us beautiful and perfectly made.
Yes.
We're made in His image. So if we have that foundation of why am I here? Who am I? Then we know that there's more out there.
Right.
There's more inside of us than there is on the outside of us.
So know thyself. I'm touching on what you're saying here. Knowing yourself.
Definitely.
Knowing who you are. Knowing your purpose is going to allow you to walk around with your head held high.
Definitely.
If you're sitting here questioning who you are, anybody can come in and steal your peace. Anybody can come in and tell you something about yourself, and then you magnify that.
Yes.
Right? So knowing thyself, knowing who you are, knowing what you're about, knowing that you're a good person, knowing that you have worked on yourself over and over consistently, putting good food, good messages inside yourself, inside your body, right? Fruits, vegetables, live foods to give you energy, to make you feel good, to make you look better, right? Putting in good audio programs. Actually, not just listening, but taking a book from time to time and reading a book. Because when you read a book, you're reading it in your own voice, right? Versus the audio. The audio is great, right? Because I don't watch TV anymore because TV is, like, in a sense, depending on what you're watching, is slightly poisonous. It puts too many negative things inside your mind, right? So now I get to choose what I want to play. Joyce Meyer, right? Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, people like that, Reverend Ike's, Ty Lopez's, people that have, good things to say and want to let you know that you are awesome, right? Yes. So self-esteem is something that you can build on your own. It's esteem of yourself. It's esteem of yourself. No one can really take that away from you if you know thyself. Know yourself first, right?
Definitely. And I want to touch on what you said in the beginning about how we can have other voices and other people, and what we put in ourselves that influence us. And also, like, if you see someone that has a glowy skin, that is always happy, that's always, in a positive vibe, positive mood, what is your morning routine? What are you doing to exercise, to eat? Let me see how I can get there. Instead of saying, oh, I don't like them, and you're, you want to steal their shine, or you want to be the light.
She ain't that bad. She ain't that fine. Like you said, I love that. Ask. Oh my God, what do you do? Your skin is so beautiful. I love your hair. It's so shiny. Instead of, it's probably fake. It's something that has to do with inside yourself. If you're walking around thinking negatively about yourself, then what? You're gonna start pointing out negatives in other people. Someone has beautiful heart, you'll just be angry all the time, right?
Definitely. And it's also like building your, like you have these voices inside of you. You have outside voices, outside sources. You want to dig into the good sources, the good positive thing. Meditate on those things that are pure, those things that are good,
Input.
And that positive, the positive feedback from people. If you know you're coming to someone and they don't keep telling you, giving you positive feedback, why go back to them? Because they're just bringing, and a lot of times it's our own family, our own, people that we know. And it's like, no, if you're not building me up and you're bringing me down, then why be around you? Why sit in the midst of that? Because I'm going to be contaminated.
Yes.
And, like you said, glowy, instead of saying, the girl, her skin is glowing. What do you eat? What are the things that you're doing to yourself to become that person and have the knowledge of it? And then having patience with yourself.
Yes.
Because sometimes we learn something, and because we can't do it like the next girl,
right,
or we can't do it like the expert,
right,
doesn't mean that we're not going to be experts.
Right.
So it's like loving yourself where you're at and how you are, and growing.
Yeah. Every expert was once a beginner. So they were at a point too in their lives where, they were just beginning and they felt that same way. So, just go for it. Just start. Just like you're saying with relationships and people who are around you, you need to get rid of some of those people who aren't for you. Mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, it does not matter, at least for me. I don't care if we share blood. If you're not for me, if you're not helping me, if you're hurting me, if every time I come around you, you're triggering some terrible emotion, that's hello, that's God talking to you like maybe you shouldn't be around that person.
Or maybe you should tell them, look, I want to be around you, but I will not continue this relationship, or dismiss myself from you. And that is why, being straightforward is always good too, because maybe they don't know, maybe it's traditional, maybe somebody taught them how to be that way. Maybe somebody, and they're just picking that up and then throwing it at you, and you're just like, what am I gonna do with this? Are you gonna let them continue? Are you gonna exit out, or are you just gonna let them know, look, I really don't like what you're saying about me. I don't appreciate it. I'm not getting offended, but it's not giving me. Some people they don't care.
They don't care. They don't know.
And after you tell them a couple of times, it's time for you to
thank you.
Throw the deuces.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I talk to them first. I let them know, hey, you're hurting me, right? And then if they continue, the next my cue to leave, because I've done my due diligence. I told you that's hurting me, and if you're gonna continue, we're gonna get at that. How about relationships? Like, do you have like a story you want to share about a boyfriend or anything like that you want to share with our audience?
Yes, definitely. I was talking about relationships, and especially, and I don't know, I mean, it might happen to you too. As a woman, you feel like, or just different people, that their self-esteem is not built, it's not founded strong enough on who their worth as a person. Their outside, the exterior, what car they drive, how much money they have, whose butt is bigger. Because now we got the whole, the whole booty competition, and Instagram is like, we have all this competitive edge that's going on, and it's like, get your foundation of yourself, of who you are first. And if you're with someone that's gonna like not build your self-esteem, like my ex, I had a boyfriend a long time ago that I came out devastated out of this relationship. It was like, oh my God, I felt horrible about myself. It was like he criticized everything about me. And, and it was almost like I felt ugly. And I mean, to say that, yes, I won the Miss Dominican Republic title, but I mean, that makes you, evidently there was something beautiful in you. So I just felt like, oh my God, what's going on in this relationship? I'm being torn, I'm being broken, I'm mentally getting this like negative thoughts in my head about myself. And that is what the enemy does. It's almost like the devil, the enemy, your inner dialogue, and everything, all of these voices that you hear. What voice are you going to hear? Are you going to hear that you're precious, that you're a king, that you're a queen, that you're valuable? Because the minute that we stop hearing those voices and we hear these voices, it's like we devalue ourselves as a person. Our value is not up there. And our value doesn't come by what we have, what we don't have. Our value comes from what we have from the inside. And it shines on the outside of who we are, you know?
Actually, so to wrap this up, the best way to, build your self-esteem is to eat good food, take care of yourself, exercise, right?
Definitely.
Because once you look good, you feel good, you do good, right? Be around people who lift you up, And then
Not
watch
down.
that inner talk, that inner dialogue. Watch that self-talk. If you catch yourself talking crap about yourself, switch it, cut it off, and then say something positive.
Definitely.
Combat that. That's a great way. It'll put positive messages, positive images in front of you, and positive people around you. So I think that's a really, really great way to combat that and to build your self-esteem. And do things you like to do.
Yes.
Do things that bring you joy.
Yes.
If you like working out, go work out. If you like going to the beach, go to the beach. Do more things that make you happy and be around people who make you happy. And I'm sure your self-esteem is gonna just rise up and you'll be able to do all the things you wanna do, and then all your dreams will come true. What do you think about that?
I think that's amazing. That's the message, the coffee and message right there.
Awesome,
If you
Alina.
have, like, even to say, like, my story, my happy story about the relationship is like I ended this relationship and I went into a relationship now where I'm getting my self-esteem built up. You know, it's like not triggering all the negative but the positive. And that's what you want to do. You want to be in a relationship or around people that are going to build you up and help you, not down you or say you're this, you're that. You know what I mean? And sometimes we go through that point, right? Where we are like, oh my God, we're so down.
Yeah.
How do we get back up? How do we build that self-esteem back up?
Self-talk.
And trying.
Yeah.
Because if you don't try and you don't take that first step, then you're just stuck. You're gonna be stuck. So
And it's okay to be single. Like I said, she's got a relationship. I love it. You know, for me, I'm still single because I'm waiting for that person. And it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't walk around like, oh, I'm so ugly, no one wants me. That's not the case at all. So it's okay to be single. Take the time to work on yourself, and God's gonna bring you the perfect person for you. Okay, my name is Naynez.
my name is Aleida Ramirez. Thank you for joining us in today with Coffee and a Message.
So be sure to catch us next week. We'll see you soon. Bye.